It was on Monday, the 16th of July, 2018, by 6:30 a.m., when I was walking along a path to the University of Bamenda. Of a sudden, young men of my age group surrounded me. They placed guns at my head. They blindfolded me, and they whisked me off on a bike into a compound in the forest. They were rebels, and this was their camp. Seated in the center was a woman they called the Queen Mother. In front of her was a pot. On both sides were 6 sticks decorated with freshly cut human heads and caps of different corps of the military in Cameroon. The Queen Mother prepared charms for the rebels. She was the main decision maker in the camp. The fate of all hostages in the camp were in her hands. She decided who will be killed, who will be tortured, or who will be released on ransom. For a period of 14 days, I was tortured under my feet with a machete. I even witnessed firsthand how a military man in captivity was pierced multiple times with a knife, and he died right in front of me. All these violent scenes happened in Cameroon, where militants are advocating to create a breakout state they call Ambazonia. Before the recruitment of these young people as rebels and child soldiers, their minds are radicalized by parties to the conflict, and their activities are destructive to the society. Cameroon is a bilingual country, having English and French as official languages. However, beyond linguistic differences, Cameroon has 80% majority French-speaking population having the political power, and 20% minority English-speaking population having natural resources. Over time, a conflict of interest between these parties have escalated in what we today call the Anglophone Crisis. For 6 years counting, we have experienced insecurity, killings, and loss of human life. Our educational sector has also been seriously hampered. A report by UNICEF states that over 855,000 children have been deprived access to education in Cameroon due to the conflict. Since the year 2016, we have been experiencing ghost towns every Monday. You all experience COVID-19 lockdowns, right? However, it's completely different in our context. Because on ghost town days, Mondays, even if I am hungry and I have money, I cannot rush to the market to buy food. The stores are all closed. Even if I am sick, I cannot be rushed to the hospital for medical attention. Why? Because the rebels and the military are likely engaging each other on the battlefield, so it's not safe. Having experienced all the violence, I was asking myself, what are some of the causes? I realized that we have many root causes and remote causes to the conflict. However, I was interested in 3 aspects. Ignorance. Our young people lack basic problem-solving methodologies. As a result, conflicts they are facing within and without easily escalate into violent scenes. Unemployment is also playing a great role in our context. They say an idle mind is the devil's workshop. At this stage, our young people are vulnerable to radical calls. We also have the propagation of hate speech online and offline, which is contributing to escalate violence in Cameroon. Having experienced all of this, I decided to take action. So I founded my organization called Xhuma Africa. The word Xhuma comes from the Zulu language, which means to connect. So through our activities, we'll be connecting the dots between violence, war, hunger, climate change, and peace. The long-term goal of Xhuma Africa is to create a peace education academy in Cameroon where young people from across Africa will come together and learn basic problem-solving methodologies. However, for a start, we are going to run peace-building trainings. In this regard, I created a curriculum and built it around 4 animals known in the African context. During our trainings, we are going to start with the rabbit. The rabbit is peaceful in nature, and our beneficiaries have gone through war and violence. At this phase of our training, we are calming down their minds. Then we are going to move over to the elephant phase. The elephant does not forget, and just like the elephant, the internet also does not forget. We are going to empower our beneficiaries with tools to combat digital harm and contribute to digital safety. Then we'll move over to the dolphin phase. There are stories of the dolphin collaborating with human beings whose boats capsized in the ocean to safety. In this process, we would like to equip our beneficiaries with tools and skills to work in solidarity and rescue our society. We are going to end with the guinea pig. The guinea pig symbolizes new beginning and growth. We would like to collaborate together and rebuild our society that has been shattered by war. I was very, very interested in peace building. So I carried out a research with kantharis across Africa who are ethical social change makers running projects all across the continent. Through my research, I learned that in South Africa, using the Ubuntu peace and reconciliatory process, South Africans fought against apartheid. Next door in Zimbabwe, with the use of community forums, inhabitants manage conflicts at communal level using community mediation processes. In Rwanda, using the truth and reconciliatory process, Rwandans are emerging from the effects of a genocide they experienced in the early 1990s. Let me tell you about a peace plan widely known all across Cameroon. It is called the Nkeng. When young people are protesting on the streets, they hold the Nkeng as a sign of non-violence while advocating for a common cause. Also in the community, when there are conflicts, the parties are invited for a mediation process, and at the end, they are handed this Nkeng to return home with it as a sign of commitment to the terms of the mediation process. During our trainings for Xhuma Africa, we plan to make good use of the Nkeng to support our beneficiaries access justice and reconciliation with one another. Africa as a continent has a rough history. We have often been told what is right or wrong and how we should manage our own conflicts. Unfortunately, it is not working for us in some cases. I do believe that we African youths can build up our own methodologies based on our values, our culture, our philosophies, and the reality of our time. In this process, we are going to solve our problems today, solve problems of the future, and inspire the rest of the world. Thank you very much.